Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're well. So today I'm going to do a speed clean. I've actually just got rid of all of the boys. It's Monday morning, so the boys are at school, no one else is in the house, I have it to myself, and I'm actually quite excited to get this place sorted because I've just had 4 or 5 days of a really horrible sickness bug, which I've been banging on about on Instagram, so I'm really sorry if you're bored of hearing about it, but it really knocked me, and everything's just kind of got away with me, so I really need to get back on track and get everything clean and tidy. And you know, when you or someone in the family's not been very well, you just want to like change all the bedding and clean everywhere and just make it all nice and fresh again. So I really want to do that today. And also I get some lovely comments, mainly over on my Instagram, probably when you just see like one picture, when people say your house is always lovely and clean, your house is so tidy, I wish my house looked like that. And I love making these speed cleaning videos because it shows you that my house definitely does not look like that a lot of the time. It's just been half term and the weekend, so it's pretty much the worst it could look right now. I haven't done any pre-tidying to make it look better for this video. It's quite embarrassing how it looks right now. But yeah, that's the reality of our family life. It is quite hectic and quite messy. And I'm going to tackle it today, all for them to come home from school and destroy it in 5 minutes, but at least it's been done. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. Let's get straight into it. So the first room I'm going to tackle today is the living room. I just thought I'd start in here because it's one of the worst rooms and I've got to get some of the kids' toys sorted out and give it a good clean. So even though I usually start upstairs, I thought I would start in here. So I just generally start off by going around and picking up all of the toys and doing a good tidy before I start cleaning. Apart from their table, which was disgusting from breakfast, I had breakfast all over it. So I thought I'd clean that before I put that back into the corner where it goes. Then I'm just putting away any of their books, their iPad, things they've had out that morning, and sort out some of their other toys and just the general mess of the morning. Then I'm just taking all of Elliot's birthday cards down and leaving mine up because our birthdays are so close, so I'm just swapping those around. And then I just take everything off the side to give it a good clean, again with the method cleaner. This is the rhubarb one and it smells so nice. Then I'm just going to give the glass a bit of a polish with some Mr. Sheen because I just find this gets off all of the grubby finger marks the best, and I just use one of the boys' old t-shirts as a cloth to clean. Then, as I said, it's time to tackle some of the toys because they've got a bit out of control in this room, and it's also just been Elliot's birthday, as I said, so he does have some more. So I'm just giving their kitchen a clean over. I love this kitchen, it was from Aldi, and they really love playing with it. We keep all of their plastic fruit and vegetables and food inside it, so that keeps that nice and tidy. He also got this ice cream van for his birthday, which he loves. And then we've got these boxes which did live under the stairs, but they've slowly crept in here and filled up with stuff. A lot of the stuff in these plastic boxes as well have come out of Archie and Elliot's bedrooms, so I'm just now sorting out things to go back upstairs to their rooms, so that will hopefully help the amount of toys we have downstairs. I'm also just sorting out a pile of toys that I feel like they've outgrown a bit. I think we'll just give them to the charity shop, and some I might put in the loft. But I'm just trying to sort out a few bits and bobs to go back in these drawers as well, because these big plastic boxes were never meant to be in the living room. It was more meant to be the drawers that you can see that they play with down here. But obviously having 2 boys, it just means that there's toys everywhere, and that's fine. I want them to be able to play and get to their toys. So I'm just putting some of Elliot's toys that he got for his birthday back on the top of the unit, and then all of this stuff is going back up to the boys' bedrooms. After that, I just give the iPad case a quick clean and also take everything off the table and give that a good clean over as well. And also Elliot's high chair because it's all got a bit grubby over the last few days. So I just want to give everywhere a really good clean. I'm also going to use a magic eraser just to get off any marks that I can see on the walls. I love these things. I've spoken about them so many times before, but they're just amazing for getting off stubborn marks that don't come off with wipes or cleaning products. Then I'm going to give everywhere a quick hoover. We recently got a Henry vacuum I'll talk about this more in another video, but oh my god, I absolutely love it. I can't recommend this enough. So then after I've hoovered everywhere, I'm just going around and giving the floor a good mop with my Veleda spin mop. And Ricky's actually putting up a picture for me that we've been meaning to put up for ages. So it's just going to look so much nicer in here with that above the sofa. So this is what it looks like, all clean and tidy for a few hours at least. We want to get new sofas eventually, and also a rug for the sofa area. So there are things that we want to change, but we're really happy with it, and it's just a lovely space to spend time in as a family. So I'm also just going to go around and turn off any switches that aren't being used or that are on standby. I've basically been learning so much over the last few months since working with Smart Energy GB about all of the small changes that we can make to add up to a big difference to our planet. So I'm doing things like washing out the bottles so that they can be recycled properly. And also, now the weather's nicer, I've been putting clothes on our airer to dry instead of tumble drying them. We're also just waiting for our smart meter to arrive, which is just going to be such a great way of seeing how much energy we're using when we're cleaning with appliances and doing washing and stuff. So I really think this will help us see what we're spending and where we can cut back and use less energy. I know none of us can do it all, but I think we all just want to live in a world where the air's a little bit cleaner and our children have a nicer planet to live on, basically. And all of these little things I've been doing, no matter how small, are making me feel like I'm at least trying to help make that change. So I'd love to hear what you guys have been doing to be a little bit more eco-friendly. And if you'd like to find out more about getting a smart meter yourself, I'll leave all of the details in the description box below. So then it was time to tackle the kitchen. As you can see, it's in a right old state. It was left like this from this morning. The breakfast bowls are still here, and also a few bits from the weekend as well when it was my birthday. So I'm just going to go around and give it a good clean and tidy. So the first job I did was sorted out all of the recycling, and then I unloaded the dishwasher. And again, I'm trying to do things like waiting until I have a full load to wash before I turn the dishwasher on, to save a bit more energy as well. And also I'm trying to be more conscious of how long I'm running the tap for when I'm washing things or cleaning things too. Just sorted out anything that was left on the sides, like my birthday present there, some post and just some other bits and pieces that accumulate on the sides. And then I'm just going to go around with my microfiber cloth and give the surfaces a really good clean. I like to clean a room from top to bottom, so once I've cleaned all of the sides and surfaces, I can go onto the floor. So I'm just going to give it a quick hoover over to make sure there's no crumbs, dust or dirt left on the floor, and then I can go in with the mop and give it a really good clean. So I like to start in the corner of a room and work my way to the door, so then I know that room is completely finished. Next I'm going to move on to our hallway area. It's not too bad today in terms of messiness. I just need to put a bit of washing away and a few things that have been left lying around, like clothes over the door as well. So I'll start off just by folding up anything that needs to be ironed or hung up or put away, and I'll just go and put those things on the stairs because I know they need to go upstairs, so that kind of just gets them out of the way for a second. I just moved the cushion that we have on our bench as well, and I'm going to give that a good clean because that gets very dirty with little hand and footprints. People are standing on it all the time. I'm just going to take my makeup bag and put that on the stairs as well, ready to go back up, and then give the mirror a good polish because again they always get grubby finger marks all over them. So then I'm just going to dust the light over, and then also just wipe down any of the doors because we have a lot of white paint on the doors and everywhere's quite light. You can see the finger marks, so it's just nice to just go over those, and again hoovering and mopping the floors over just to finish off so that I know everything is nice and clean. So then I'm just going to move on to the porch, which leads out from the hallway. As you can see, I've put things on the stairs that I need to take up. I cleaned this mirror, but I've lost the footage of that somehow, so I cleaned that. I took the boys' toys upstairs to get those out of the way, and then I also gave our little window mirror a good clean as well. So there wasn't much else to do in there apart from, again, hoover and mop the floors. And I didn't clean our little snug either, because we've got a lot of stuff stored in there to do with the garden at the moment, so it's just out of bounds a little bit. So I moved upstairs and went on to Elliot's bedroom first. The bathroom's not too bad. I did clean it, but it got really late by the time I finished this video. It wasn't a morning clean anymore, so I haven't included the bathroom clean. But this is just a bit of a walkthrough of the rooms that I am cleaning today. Again, I didn't do the office because that needs a lot more attention than I could have given it today. So there are a few rooms that I have missed out as usual, but I just did the ones that I felt really needed it, the main rooms. So I started off by stripping Elliot's bed, and I realised that the 2 sheets they have on their beds are the only ones we have that fit their single mattresses at the moment. I need to buy more. So I put those on for washing, but couldn't make the bed up properly again straight away. So what I did was just put the pillowcase on and the clean duvet cover on, and just folded them up on the bed until later on in the day when the sheets were done. But I think this was good anyway, because it just gives the mattresses an airing, so you're not putting fresh bedding straight back onto it. So I did that first. Then I just tidied up some of his toys in here. He doesn't have loads in here because he likes to destroy things quite a lot. So most of his toys are downstairs where he can play with them in the day, so he doesn't come up to his bedroom on his own. He only really uses it to sleep in at the moment. So again, I just cleaned down the surfaces like the window sills and any of his shelves, sorted out his books, and then I took up his rug so that I could give the floor a good hoover. And then I put his rug back down on the floor. I love this rug. It was from IKEA, and that was his room done. Moving on to Archie's room, his is usually a lot messier because now he's nearly 5. He does like to come up here and play and just have his own space to play with his toys. So again, I stripped all of his bedding, I put his new pillowcase and duvet cover on, but left his sheet off until later in the day. And then I just tidied up his room. It's always a bit of a struggle getting him to help me. He was, as I said, at school at this point, so sometimes I just like to get it done, but the older he gets, I do like to try and get him to join in with tidying up as well, because he does it at school, so he should definitely start doing it at home. So then I did have to come and do our room a little bit later on in the day because I had to pop out for a few hours. So what was meant to be a morning clean actually went into a morning and an evening clean, but that happens most of the time, to be honest. So again, I just stripped all of our bed, took that straight down to be washed, and then I put away stuff that has just kind of got a little bit out of control over the last week where I've not been well. So I put away anything on the dressing table and the bedside tables, also a few clothing items that needed to be put in the wash or hung back up, and went over everything with a duster. Then my darling children decided to break up a polystyrene ball that they found this morning. So that was left there all day. So I tried to just pick up all of the big bits, and then I hoovered up the smaller bits that I just couldn't pick up. And again, Henry actually vacuumed them up so well. I also used it on our headboard with a different attachment, and that was brilliant. That got all of the dust that collects on top of that off. And then I didn't have our bedding to put back on again straight away because it was in the wash, so I just put that on before we went to bed that evening. Apart from this corner where I have my camera lights and a few pillows that need to go on the bed when it's made, everywhere was nice and clean. So then I moved on to this room, which we never even know what to call. It's a walkway room between our bedroom and the office and the rest of the house, so it has 2 doors going through it. So at the moment we haven't really done anything with it, but if you have any ideas, I'd love to know, because at the moment it's basically like a laundry and airing cupboard room, and where the dirty washing goes in that basket, and it's just such a waste of a space. So anyway, I put all of my pyjamas and clothes away that had been drying on the horse, some to hang up and some to put away in my pyjama drawer, and then I just collapsed the clothes horse down. As I said, we've been using it quite a lot because we don't want to use the tumble dryer as much, especially in the summer. And then I just gave the surfaces a quick wipe down, and of course finished off with a hoover just to make sure everywhere was nice and clean. And that was pretty much me done for today. Like I said, there were a few rooms that I didn't get round to doing, but I got the majority done and I was really pleased. The house felt so nice, clean and tidy and fresh at the end of it. So as I said, if you'd like to find out more about Smart Energy GB and getting your own smart meter yourself, I'll leave all of the information and the link to their website in the description box below. If you enjoyed this speed clean and you'd like to see more from me, then please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.